Peace, everyone. Peace, YouTube. Peace, X. Gonna give it just a couple minutes before we get started. Today, I've got a few things in my notes here I wanted to discuss. So we'll give it a couple minutes before we start. As you come in, let us know where you're from. Peace, El Haj. My guy, El Haj. Peace, El Haj. Hope to see you in the near future in person. I wanted to postpone today's meeting by a couple hours. Some of you are in Dr. Watkins's prime class, so I wanted to attend that class myself. So that's why 2 p.m. Eastern start today instead of 12 noon start. So that's the first line of business. Just to explain why we start a little bit late today. I wanted to attend the same class many of you are in, Dr. Watkins's prime class. So usually we'll meet at 12 noon Eastern every Wednesday. But if something comes up, we'll just either push up the time or push back the time. But the plan is to meet every Wednesday at noon Eastern. So we welcome everyone now joining. Anyone that's coming in, let us know where you're from. My name is Errol C. Mangle, and what the plan is every Wednesday is to discuss current events affecting financial markets. So I've got a few articles I want to discuss today. I've got some reminders I want to discuss. We're going to discuss earnings, companies that are reporting earnings this week, and review the market as well. So that's the plan for today. Any of you now just joining, welcome to everyone. I want to make sure before I proceed, is our text straight? Is our video good or is our audio good? So just confirm that for me. I always want to make sure. I'm always paranoid. I want to make sure that all the text straight before I continue. I don't want to. I'm already technically challenged, so I want to make sure we're good as we move forward. Okay, thank you. I believe we're live on YouTube and X today. All right. All right. I've got a few articles I want to discuss today. A few of the mega cap companies are under scrutiny this past week, so I want to discuss that. I want to leave some time for Q&A as well. And if you're interested in looking up any tickers, I want to leave some time for that as well too. All right, so let's get into it. Welcome as everyone comes in. Welcome. How did you guys like Dr. Watkins' prime class a couple hours ago? Informative, value add, easy to understand, not easy to understand. What was what's the sentiment on that class? If you're just joining, I wanted to purposely delay today's meeting because of that class. Doc was talking about the poor man's covered call. He gave a couple of examples on that, Palantir example and a SoFi example. So let us know how you feel about those examples. Do you follow those examples? Are they making sense? Is the math making sense? How do you feel about that? Are you currently running the poor man's covered call in your options portfolio? Let us know. All right, let's get into it. I want to share my screen. What I usually do is almost just about every day. I've been doing this for many years. Is I scan Yahoo Finance, I scan CNN Business, I scan a couple other resources I use. Just find out what's going on in the financial markets, what's going on in the world of business, what's going on in America. I always think back to my days of business school. They were always heavy on keeping up to date with what's going on in news. If you want to be in business, keep up to date what's going on in business. If you want to be in real estate, keep up to date on what's going on in real estate. If you want to be in crypto, same thing. If you want to be in engineering, same thing. If you want to be in music, same thing. If you want to be in dentistry, read up on what's going on in the field of dentistry. So that's what I've been doing all these years, and that's what I do every day. I'm in business, I'm in finance, so I keep up to date on what's going on in those worlds. Peace, Jen. Callie, what's up, Callie? What time is it, Cali? 11, LA, 11 Central, 11 Pacific, Cali time. All right. I was just uh, I was just asking if people understood the examples Doc gave in his class, his prime class, regarding the poor man's covered call. He gave a Palantir example. He gave a SoFi example. So that's the reason for today's delay. I wanted to join that class and follow the examples myself. All right, let's get into it. Let me share my screen here. All right, there's three main articles I wanted to discuss today. The first one is this article right here. I wanted to summarize what's going on with Meta. All right, let me make sure you guys can see that. All right. Some of you may know Meta's in a antitrust lawsuit currently. I think Zuckerberg is actually in DC right now. All right, so let's see what this article says. Let's briefly review this article. See what's going on with Zuckerberg. All right. The price Mark Zuckerberg wasn't willing to pay to halt Meta's antitrust lawsuit. So before we go on, I've known throughout history, or actually recent history, maybe 3-4 years ago, Zuckerberg was a constant in DC. He was meeting with Congress on a regular basis just this past few years ago. So this shouldn't be anything new to Zuckerberg. If I was Zuckerberg, this is business as usual. So let's see what this says. Let's see here. All right, so you guys can see that article, hopefully. All right, let's see what it says. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg hoped to avoid a high-stakes antitrust trial playing out this week in D.C., but he wasn't willing to pay the price U.S. antitrust cops wanted. So right there, off that first paragraph alone, it makes me think people are trying to shake this guy down. All right, let's see what else it says. He and the FTC encountered stratospheric. That's a serious word right there. Stratospheric differences on what it would take to settle a case seeking the breakup of Zuckerberg's empire, according to a report from Wall Street Journal. All right. In March, Zuckerberg offered the head of holy moly. I mean, imagine this. I mean, just look at this sentence right here. That's a crazy sentence all by itself right there. In March, Zuckerberg offered the head of the FTC $450 million, according to the Wall Street Journal, well short of the well short of the 30 billion demanded. Okay, so yeah, this is a shakedown. It's a legal shakedown right here. So Zuckerberg looks like he offered 450. Imagine that. You offer someone 450 million, they say no, that's too light work. I need 30 billion. So they demanded 30 billion, he offered 450 million. I mean, those numbers in a vacuum are crazy. Okay, so let's see what else it says. He eventually increased, oh my gosh. He eventually increased it to 1 billion, according to the Wall Street Journal. But FTC boss Andrew Ferguson wouldn't accept anything lower than, oh, holy moly. I mean, these numbers I'm reading live to you right now, these numbers are just blowing my mind. According to the Wall Street Journal, FTC boss Andrew Ferguson wouldn't accept anything lower than 18 billion. So look, they're shaking him down for 30, say no, we want 30. He first offered 450 million, not billion. They said no. FTC boss said no. Zuckerberg increased it to 1 billion. Boss man said no. We want nothing less than 18 billion. I mean that's that. I mean, imagine that. These numbers are just. All right, let's continue. The revelations about Zuckerberg's attempts to settle with the Trump administration add a new layer of drama to the legal battle between the social media giant and the FTC, which alleges that Meta became a monopoly in the market for personal social networking by buying potential rival social media startups such as Instagram and WhatsApp. So here's my 2 cents on this. I'm not an expert in this, but here's my 2 cents off the top. If I am a chief executive and I operate in a supposed free market, it should be legal for me to buy my competitors. So that's what it looked like Zuckerberg did back in the day by buying Instagram and WhatsApp. So if this is indeed a free market, I should be able to operate freely. right, so that's just my 2 cents. Let's keep going. Meta's Facebook acquired Instagram in 2012 for 1 billion, and WhatsApp in 14 for 19 billion. Okay, so he invested 20 billion combined for these two apps. The FTC reviewed and approved the purchases, but now wants a judge to force Meta to divest. Okay, so I'm sure the FTC got a percentage up front. They're getting a percent, or they want a percentage on the back end. They ain't happy. So I mean, if you're Zuckerberg, I mean, these numbers, like I said, are just crazy. All right, let's see what it says. Zuckerberg and his top aides made multiple visits to the White House to meet President Trump and administration officials before the trial began. Zuckerberg also made 2 visits to the president. Oh yeah, I was about to say that. Zuckerberg made 2 visits to the presidential's private Mar-a-Lago club here in South Florida, and Meta donated 1 million to Trump. Oh man, if I'm Trump, I'm like, only 1 million? Oh, come on, Zuckerberg, your pockets are deeper than 1 million. So this is a legal shakedown. All this is really a legal shakedown. Let's see what else it says. Okay, let me pause right there. Let me highlight this paragraph right here. All right, let's understand what's going on here. Zuckerberg said top aides made multiple visits to the White House to meet Trump. While I was reading that, this sentence right here had me thinking. As I was reading that first sentence, Zuckerberg met Trump in D.C., him and his administration, to try to iron something out. Zuckerberg came down here to South Florida to try to iron it out again. Trump doesn't seem to be going for it. I mean, $1 million in a vacuum, that's a large number, right? But when your company's, I want to believe Meta is a $1 trillion company. Current price is about 500 and some change. So I believe it's a $1 trillion company. If it's not currently a $1 trillion company, it's right on the verge of being a $1 trillion company. So look, he gave Trump 1 million for his inauguration, but it seems like Trump ain't happy with $1 million. FTC ain't happy with what? FTC, they not happy with anything less than 30. They try to shake him down for 30. They said no, we'll lower it to 18. All right, so let's see here what it was. So that's what's going on. All right, Trump, according to the Wall Street Journal, did ask staff to work on a potential settlement. But Ferguson and the Justice Department's antitrust chief persuaded Trump to support their recommendation to proceed to trial. Holy moly. 18 billion ain't enough. This week, in court, FTC wasted no time laying out evidence against Zuckerberg by calling the CEO and as its first trial witness. So they're calling him to answer questions as a witness. Instagram became the FTC's central topic as prosecutors confronted Zuckerberg with his past emails. All right, in 2012, in a 2012 email, Zuckerberg told Facebook's then CFO that purchasing Instagram and other startups could be viewed as a way for Facebook to buy time. It could be viewed as a way to buy time for competitors. That's what I assume. All right, so you can read through the rest of this article on your own. Actually, let me skip to see what's going on. Zuckerberg agreed under questioning by the FTC's attorney that buying Instagram was intended to neutralize a competitor. There you go. Neutralize the competitor. We don't like competition. If you're a top executive, what you're trying to do, if you're a chief executive, is to eliminate your competitors completely. Business is war. Capitalism is war. Racism is war. So you don't like competitors, especially those competitors that are capable of cooking your food. But he added that the purchase was also meant to boost Facebook's quality and functionality. Okay, all right. So if you want, check out that article on Yahoo Finance. Here's one of the main articles I want to discuss this week. Zuckerberg in DC answering questions by the FTC. Yeah, exactly. Jen says, imagine that. Imagine a 30 billion lowered to 18 billion, right? All this means is, look, you won't pay us one way or another. We're going to shake you down one way or another. We're going to get you some of your revenue one way or another. You can either get down or lay down. We're going to get paid either way. That's my interpretation of what this means. All right, so check out that article, Yahoo Finance. Zuckerberg currently getting shaken down by the FTC. FTC doesn't seem to be happy with what he's doing. The allegations of his company creating a monopoly in the social media space. So what do you think about that? Legal shakedown. Get down or lay down. You're gonna pay us one way or another. Yep. Yeah, that's my interpretation. My interpretation is if I'm Zuckerberg, I pay Trump's administration or his inauguration fund 1 million. Trump sees, or the FTC boss doesn't see that as a sufficient amount. They may counter by like saying, "Look, Zuckerberg, your company's either a trillion market cap or right on the verge of being $1 trillion company. 1 million is, I mean, what percentage of 1 million is 1 trillion? Not even 1%. Maybe 1%. I'm not sure of the math on that, but whatever percentage it is, it doesn't seem to be sufficient." All right, so that was the first article I want to discuss. If you guys own Meta, if you guys own some of the S&P indexes, so a certain allocation of that goes to Meta. So if you're a shareholder, be on the lookout for that. Meta is currently under antitrust lawsuit, but they've been under antitrust lawsuit in the past, and nothing really happened nothing really came of it in the past. So I don't anticipate anything coming of this again. It's just going to be more a horse and pony show. We tried, blah blah blah. We shake down Zuckerberg. Business as usual. Business as usual. What do you guys think about that? So for all you current CEOs, all you future CEOs, this is how business is conducted in America. Someone's going to get paid. Government's going to get paid. Taxman's going to get paid. FTC is going to get paid. It's all just a matter of whose ass you got to kiss, when, how much. All right, so that's the first article I want to mention, Meta. Here's a second article I came across this morning. I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. Now, this deals with another mega cap company, NVIDIA. All right, let's see what's going on with NVIDIA. This one deals with the tariffs. All right, let's see what's going on with NVIDIA. All right, let's see here. All right, another Yahoo Finance article. NVIDIA warns on 5.5 billion, not million, loss from China chip crackdown. So before I read this article, my understanding of this before I read the detail is the United States doesn't want its top competitor to receive these high-powered chips, right? NVIDIA's got the best product on the street. NVIDIA's got one of the largest profit margins for their products, and the United States doesn't want its direct competitor to get a hold of these chips, right? The United States doesn't want China to cook its food, to eat its food, to put it out of business. So before I read the detail, this is what I think this article will say. These articles will slow down or try to slow down China's acquiring these powered chips, right? So, but if I'm China, no tariff's going to stop me. No tariff's going to stop me. I'm going to get these chips one way or another. What's probably going to happen is, now this is just my personal speculation. What I suspect will happen is United States will sell these chips to some third-party country. I'm just picking any country off the top of my head. Argentina, say. United States will sell their chips to Argentina. What Argentina is going to do, or what they may do, is cut a backdoor deal with China. Say they'll ask China ahead of time, how many chips do you need? If I'm Argentina, I'm going to ask China how much chips do you need. I'm then going to go to the United States, source them from the United States, and go sell them to China. That's what I suspect. That's just my 2 cents. But if I'm China, I'm getting these chips one way or another. Little tariff, not going to stop me. I'm too strong of a competitor for that little obstacle to hold me back. All right, let's read through this article. All right, let's see here. All right, so much for the mini relief rally in one of the world's most popular stocks. Shares of NVIDIA fell as much as 5% in early trading on Wednesday, as the company said it would take on a $5.5 billion charge as the Trump administration barred it from selling its H20 chip in China. Okay, H20 AI chip in China. So it doesn't look like the United States want to sell directly to China. But if I'm the United States, I already know these chips are going to end up in China. I mean, the same thing I believe happens with other commodities. I believe oil and some of these other commodities end up in China anyways. That's why I say these chips will eventually end up in China anyways. All right, let's continue. The news came a day after Nvidia's tossed the Trump's administration of a big bone in committing to spend $500 billion over the 4 years to manufacturing AI supercomputers in the U.S. Nvidia's whopping charge and the subsequent negative reaction in the stock should remind investors of at least two things. One, the U.S. and China remain far apart in a trade deal, and in the meantime, escalations along the lines of Nvidia chip news should be expected. All right, let's see. Is there a second one here? And two, as it pertains to Nvidia, in this environment, investors should assume bad news isn't baked into the current stock price. The fact that Nvidia's stock price is being hit on news pros say had been expected says a lot about ongoing market uncertainty. Okay. All right. So this article continues down here, but you can read more about the detail here. I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. Those of you that are Nvidia shareholders, those of you that run option plays on Nvidia. I actually run an option play. I have a current option play on Nvidia. So if that's you, if you're in that boat, just keep an eye on what's going on in the news with Nvidia. I like this comment right here. Jen says all the actors playing their parts. Same day, same ish, right? Here's $1 million question. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it besides cry and complain? Besides crying and complaining about racism, inflation, besides crying and complaining about unequal opportunity, instead of crying and complaining about all that other stuff, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Crying and complaining is not a strategy. That's not a strategy. What's your plan? What are you going to do about it? Stop crying and stop complaining. Make a plan. Have the balls to go execute that plan. What are you going to do about it? Racism exists. Inflation exists. Unequal opportunity exists. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You're chief executive. What are you going to do about it? All right, so that was another article I wanted to talk about, Meta and NVIDIA. Here's a third article I wanted to mention. This is also tariff related. So let's go here. And then after this, we'll transition to a different part of the meeting. So this is the third and last article I wanted to mention today on CNN Business, another great resource I use on a regular basis. I read these CNN Business articles. All right, let me share my screen here. Share screen. So here we go. Okay, retail sales surged in March as Americans rushed to beat Trump's tariffs. So only time will tell whether these tariffs would have a positive impact or have a negative impact. But it seems like from this headline, people were in a rush to go load up on goods and services prior to the implementation of the tariffs. All right, so let's see what this says here. All right, spending at U.S. retailers skyrocketed last month at the strongest monthly pace in more than 2 years as Americans rushed to beat Trump's massive tariff hikes. So did you guys load up on any products or services? Me personally, I didn't really do anything different. I usually buy household goods from Amazon. I go to really the same grocery stores. I didn't really do anything different because of these tariffs. I kind of consume the same products and services I usually do. So for me personally, I didn't really adjust. I didn't really do anything different than I usually do. Let's see what it says. Retail sales climbed 1.4% in March from the prior month. Okay. Figures are adjusted for seasonal swings, but not inflation. The strong showing in March was largely driven by sales of cars and auto parts. Excluding those purchases, retail sales were more modest, 0.5%. Trump's erratic trade war has unsettled Americans in recent months, stoking fears of inflation. They're trying to get you scared. They're trying to get you scared. Spend your money. Stay afraid, spend your money. Give us your money. Stay scared. Stay scared. Stay in your house. Don't be thinking for yourself. Don't be speaking for yourself. Don't be paying yourself. Just give us your money. Stay scared. Stroking fears of inflation picking up in the year ahead, according to various sentiment surveys. All right. That expectation is now clearly having an effect on people's purchasing behavior. Why would you think it for yourself? We can think for you. Don't be thinking for yourself. Don't be consuming information and thinking for yourself. No. Don't be doing that. That's dangerous. American spending frenzy could stretch into April, but will eventually fade, economists say. These brief buying sprints make it difficult for Wall Street and the Fed to understand true strength of consumer spending. Well, there you go. Here's a key point right here. These brief buying sprints make it difficult for Wall Street and the Fed to understand the true strength of the consumer spending, which powers about 70% of the U.S. economy. Don't you be thinking for yourself. We need your dollars. We need you to pay us your money. Your hard-earned money. Don't be investing that. Don't be growing that. Hand that over. Don't be thinking for yourself. Hand that right over to us. All right. What else does it say? Let me see here. Where am I? Let me make sure I got the right screen here. I'm tripping. All right. Okay. Let me see where I'm. Okay, here we go. In the near future, we could see some really strong consumer spending numbers, but that just makes things a little bit tricky for the Fed. All right, so the Fed seems like they can't get a true gauge on what's really going on because it seems that people loaded up prior to the tariff implementation. All right, so you know what? This paragraph right here makes me think about the next Fed meeting, which I believe is in the first or second week of May. I'm going to look up when the next Fed meeting is. So I'm sure they're going to use this right here as they're going to use this as a determining factor to either keep rates flat or increase or decrease or what. All right, so let's see what here. Anything else here? Americans continue to eat. Oh, here we go. Americans continue to eat out at restaurants and bars in March, with sales rising a robust 1.8% in March from the prior. A year earlier, those sales. Okay, so look, this is a year earlier, those sales were up 5%, almost 5%. Well, so what do you think about that? Because of the tariffs, did you guys eat out more? Did you eat out less? Did you spend more? Did you spend less? How did you guys respond? Did you guys respond at all? Me personally, business as usual. All right, so you can read through the rest of this article. There's another article on CNN's business. So the three main articles I wanted to touch base on today. What's going on with NVIDIA, their chips, what's going on with Meta, their antitrust lawsuit, what's going on in the retail sales market. And also I wanted to mention, I'm not going to talk about the article, but I did read also Google's going through an antitrust lawsuit, I believe in Britain. So if you own shares of Google, or if you run plays on Google in the options market, keep an eye on that. So those are the few articles I want to mention today. Topics affecting financial markets. All right, so let me go through my notes here. All right, before we continue, I just want to remind everyone of a few things. This week is a short week in the stock market. Friday is Good Friday, so the markets will be closed Friday. So those of you that trade options, your expiration is probably tomorrow, not this Friday, because the market is closed this Friday. So just be aware of that. Short week in the stock market this week. The market will close tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern and will be closed Friday. So just be aware of that. All right, so that's the first reminder. Short week in the stock market this week. What else do we have? Those of you in the Black Business School, you may know that, let me share my screen here. Let me make sure I can share my screen here. Just a quick reminder, a couple of reminders before we continue. Let me share my screen here. me see if I can share my screen. I apologize in advance. I'm technologically challenged, so I apologize in advance for these technical issues. Just a reminder to anyone, May 9th and 10th, Miami, Florida. We're going to hold the Economic Elevation Summit. A great way to connect with me personally, a great way to connect with speakers in different fields, also experts in these various fields. Great networking, great way to connect with future business partners, a great way to connect with people that you interact with online but just have never met in person. So I'm currently preparing a lecture called Mathematics for Millionaires. We're going to review some of the detailed math behind option selling. That will definitely be a value add to your life. Whatever the expense you incur, I promise you'll get at least 2x in return. That's the minimum value I will personally guarantee for my classes in my lecture. So even if the flight and the hotel and the ticket are expensive, I promise you'll get more value in return. So just a reminder, May 9th, May 10th, Miami, Florida. Good way to connect with me personally. I believe it's only a matter of time before I'm completely banned on these platforms. One kind of one way I kind of view myself or view my progression is whether I'm banned on these platforms or not. So connect with me personally. I think it's only a matter of time before I'm completely banned if I'm not shadow banned already or in the process of completely being banned altogether. So come check me out in Miami. Meet me personally in Miami. That's the first reminder. Let me stop sharing that. Okay, so that's the first reminder. Come check me out in Miami in about 3 weeks' time. All right. I wanted to just review or just announce that some of the other things we got going on in the Black Business School coming up this week. I know many of you are in the Black Business School. Check out that website. Log into there and see what's going on. In terms of scheduling this week, me personally, I'm going to meet with the Win members Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you're if you're already in that Win group, see you Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're interested in joining that Win group, I believe you can apply. Or if you're interested in the Coin group, you can apply to meet Doc and then meet me if you're in the Win group. So I'll meet the Win group 7 p.m. Eastern this coming Sunday. So just a quick reminder about that. And so that's what I've got going on in the Black Business School. And then I'll also do consults. My consults are kind of on demand, so they're all over the place. There's no real set schedule on my consults. If you want to book a consult with me, review some of the math. Some of you meet with me to review some of the math on your potential plays. We go through that. I believe someone met with me regarding a HELOC, some of the math on the HELOC, what potential plays you can run using a HELOC, some of the math behind that. So if you want to book a consult with me, you can check me out at errolcmango.com or through the Black Business School. So just a quick reminder about that. All right, let's move on. Another thing I wanted to mention this week, tomorrow actually, those of you that are invested in Netflix or TSM, Netflix and TSM report earnings tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Netflix, ticker symbol, let me see, Nancy, Frank, Larry, Xavier, NFLX, they report tomorrow, and Netflix. Currently at 961, and also TSM. Thomas, Sam, Michael, they report tomorrow as well, currently at 150. So if you're a share owner in those companies, just know that those two companies report tomorrow. All right, so I wanted to take a look at what's going on in the current market. Let me share my screen here. I wanted to review what's going on in the current market right now. All right, so here's a screenshot of my trading view. I like to use TradingView because it gives me a quick summary of all the tickers I follow, plus a whole bunch of other tickers that are on my watch list or that I keep up to date with. So as you can see up top, some of the indexes: S&P index, SPY 525, EO 482, VTI 257. I remember VTI being up near like 280, 290 not too long ago. Let's see when. Let me go back to say 3 months. Does my chart work? Maybe I gotta change this. But anyways, I remember VTI being up near 300 not too long ago. Currently sitting at 257. So VTI, like about three or 4,000 tickers in that one ticker. So a very broad-based ticker, VTI. Check that one out. Nasdaq 100 442. I remember in Triple Q. What month is this? Back in February, up near 539, 540. So if you're a shareholder in the Nasdaq 100, that's another index I follow. Some of the mega caps are here that I follow. AMD currently has taken a beating recent months. Currently at 87. Amazon 172. Bitcoin currently at 84,000. Currently at 84,000 USD. Do you guys hold Bitcoin? One thing I like about Bitcoin, I should mention, is that institutions hold a large share of Bitcoin. So I keep my investing strategy pretty simple. I copy what the big boys are doing. Wherever big money puts their money, that's the general approach I have. That's where I'm putting my money. All right, so let's go down here. What else do I follow? Google, some mega caps, Eli Lilly, 737 and some change. SoFi 1050. I know you guys run plays on some of these tickers like Mara, Meta. What else? Nvidia. Nvidia currently at 101. Nvidia's pulled back a lot today. Maybe partly due to that article we just read. Currently at 101. I like Nvidia at current price of 101. I've actually got an option play on Nvidia expiring tomorrow, close of business. So sometime tomorrow, I'm gonna log into my brokerage account and make an executive decision on what to do with that position. Palantir, some of you guys trade the options on the Palantir, currently at 90.56. Tesla, another good options play, and in my opinion, another good long-term hold play, 239. TSM, they report tomorrow, currently at 149 and some change. So that's what's going on in the current market. That's a live look at what's going on in the market. What tickers do you guys follow? Is there any ticker? I want to leave some time if you guys want to. I know you guys like looking up the different ticker symbols. So if you guys want us to look up any ticker, drop them in the chat. Drop them in the chat, either long-term hold or option play. What else? Microsoft. I like Microsoft. Currently at 372. I really liked it in the 350s. 350s not too long ago, right? I think last week. 1 month. Let's see here. Yeah, 350s back in. What's that? Like beginning of April, second week of April. Now currently at 372. So that's another ticker I like in the 350. I like it in the 370s, but I really like it in the 350s. And now actually Meta right here. Meta's currently at just dipped below 500, 499.60. So another mega cap. I know some of you guys run some option plays on Meta. I'm considering showing some big boy examples in Miami on Meta. I want to show plays that you can run that are not too complicated, but they do require a large capital base. So if you've got a large capital base, come see me in Miami. The ticket for that alone will be worth. You'll get off of that one play. If I do choose to run a Meta example on that in that lecture, that one play alone will cover your flight, hotel, and the ticket right there. I promise you. So look out for that. I'm working on that. All right. Anyone drop some. If you guys want to look up any tickers, drop them in the chat. All right. Let's see here. So that's a live look at the market right there. All right. Let's see here. All right, Oklo. Okay, let's take a look at Oklo. Let me pull up Oklo. Let me go to Yahoo Finance to do that. I know you guys like running plays on the Oklo. Oklo currently at let's see what Oklo is at. Okay, let me share my screen, make sure I'm doing this correctly. Share screen. All right, here we go. Okay, Oklo currently at 21 and 3/4. Let's see what's going on with Oklo. Okay, so down a lot. Down 5% today. Let's see, down. Let's see what's going on the last 5 days. Okay, so down a lot the last 5 days, about 10%. 1 month down. Wow, down 21% the last month. If you do run plays on Oklo, do you guys buy puts? But it's up 30%, 31, 32% the last 6 months. Year to date, up just slightly, 2.5% year to date. All right, so 1 year up a lot, 5 years up 170% all time, about the same, 117, 118%. So recently, Oklo looks like it's taking a beating. But again, real investor, real option trader can cash flow in any market. Real option trader can see opportunity in any market condition. So if you have the right glasses on, you see a lot of opportunity here if you know what you're doing. So that's what's going on with Oklo. One day down 5.5%, 5 days down 10%. Wow, 1 month down 21, 22%. But 6 months it's been up. I do know. I don't track Oklo myself, but I do know it pays good premium. All right, so that's what's going on, Oklo. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back to the. I'm gonna get back to the tickers to look up. I want to address this question right here. Do you like running per man's covered call? Why or why not? Let me go back to. Let me go back to here. Okay. Do I like running it? I've actually never ran it. I've actually never ran the poor man's covered call. That doesn't necessarily mean that I think it's a bad strategy. If you know what you're doing and you know how to manage both legs of the trade, and you know potential outcomes, you know how to manage those potential outcomes, and you fully know what you're getting into, it could be a great strategy to use. I personally don't run it because of I've got a larger capital base, relatively speaking. So either I prefer buying shares outright and selling the call, or I'll run. You might hear me discuss the covered strangle. I like the covered strangle more so than the per man's covered call because of the capital base size I'm working with. Not to say it's not a bad strategy. Again, like if you know what you're doing, if you have the foresight to know potential outcomes, how to manage, this could be a great strategy. So me personally, I've never ran it. There may come a day in the future where I do run it. So I'm open to using this strategy. I'm going to keep it for the time being. I'm going to keep it in my toolbox. I'm going to keep it in my back pocket. If I ever do need it, I know how to manage it. I know how to execute it. I know what I'm doing if that day ever comes. So I've never ran it actually. To answer your question, yeah, that is a great question. All right, chat, chat be making me laugh. Chat be making me laugh. All right, so okay, Riot ASTS Mara. All right, let's take a look at SOUN. Let's take a look at SOUN. SOUN. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me share that one. Share. Let me see, make sure I'm doing this correctly here. Hide that. And I want to share this one. Okay, here we go. SoundHound. SoundHound. All right, SoundHound. All right, let's see what's going on with SoundHound. SoundHound currently at 766. Wow, down. Now, this is someone, I forget who asked me about this recently, but you might see this number right here and not think too much of it, right? 58 cents. I mean, 58 cents in the big picture is just 58 cents, right? That's not a large amount, relatively speaking. So we don't really, and me personally, I don't really focus on the amount. I focus on the percentage more, right? Actually, it was a consult that I was talking to somebody privately recently. 58 cents is not a large number in a vacuum, but this is the number I focus more on. 7%, right? Down 7%. Down 7% today, SoundHound. Down 13% last 5 days. 1 month down, wow, almost 26%. So look, what day is this here? 324, what, 3 weeks ago? Something like that. So in the last 3 weeks, down 26%. Last 6 months, okay, last 6 months, good performance, up 45% year to date. Wow, down a lot year to date, but up a year, up 89% last year. 5 years, down 12%. All time, same amount, down 12%. So that's a quick summary on the SoundHound. I think some of you run options plays on the SoundHound. Just like any business venture in life, you're gonna fully understand what you're getting into before you get into it, not after the fact. All right, so that's a quick summary on the SoundHound. Let's see here. Let me go back. Let me go back here. Can you do an example of a coverage triangle? I'm looking for ways to use margin. I don't want to get too detailed into the option discussion. Can you do an example of? Okay, I'm just going to talk through it. I don't want to. This class is more a general stock market class. I'm going to give you a quick summary on the coverage triangle. Quick summary. And in Miami, I'm going to give you a detailed summary in Miami. So come down, check me out on Miami. I'm going to give you a detailed breakdown of the coverage triangle. Here's a quick summary of the coverage triangle. Okay, many of you are familiar with the covered call, right? You're familiar with the covered call. You own shares, you sell calls on those shares. That's one leg of the coverage triangle. Selling the calls because you own the shares. That's the first leg. Second leg is to sell the put because you own the cash collateral. Okay? Same ticker, same expiration, different strike. Two legs of the trade. Coverage triangle, two legs. Sell the covered call because you own the shares. Sell the put because you own the cash. Same ticker, same expiration, different strikes. So three potential outcomes. First outcome is the ticker closes above your covered call strike, at which you sell at profit. First potential outcome. Second potential outcome is the ticker closes between the two strikes. The next thing you'll do, if that happens, is to rerun the strategy all over again next period. Third potential outcome is the ticker closes below the covered put strike, at which you average down. So if you have the right mindset, it's really one of three quote unquote winning outcomes. It's all about mindset. So that's a quick summary on coverage triangle. Sell the cash, sell the covered calls because you own the shares, sell the covered put because you own the cash. One of three potential outcomes will occur. That's a quick synopsis on the coverage triangle. So for me personally, I'm running that more so than the PMCC. I know I speak fast. My brain moves even faster. My brain is really 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes, 1 hour, 2, 3, 4 hours ahead of time. So that's why I be speaking fast. I got to catch up to my brain. My brain be way down the street, but my body and my mouth be right here in real time. So I be speaking fast, trying to keep up with my brain. And actually, if you, I believe you're on the Wing group. Anyone in the Ring group, ask me that same question Wednesday. I'm gonna give you a detailed example. Not Wednesday, Sunday. If you're on the call Sunday night, ask me that question again. I'm gonna give you a detailed example in Robinhood. All right. Any comments or questions? Nothing too deep on the options on Wednesdays. Any comments or questions, drop them in the chat. Ticker lookup, drop them in the chat. Um, current market. Let's view current market before we wrap. One more time. See what's going on in the market. Let's see here. Share screen. Okay, Meta at 498. Meta currently at 498. That's a good price in my opinion. Let's see here. Current market. Okay, here's a live look at current market as of Wednesday, April 16th, 2:51 p.m. Eastern. Let's see here. Let me change screens here. Bitcoin just down to 83,000, just below 84,000. Amazon's taken a beating recently, 172. What else we got here? VIX currently at 33. ExxonMobil at 104. It actually crossed my mind to cover an example on the ExxonMobil. Deep dive into the mathematics behind the ExxonMobil potential option play on the ExxonMobil. I'm still considering that one. So live look right there. Current market. So that's what's going on in the market currently. So today, main ideas, I want to discuss what's going on with Meta, what's going on with NVIDIA, what's going on with the tariffs, TSM reporting tomorrow, Netflix reporting tomorrow. We reviewed current market. We discussed a little options. I want to leave the option discussion, the detailed option discussion for the other classes, the other meetings. The objective of Wednesdays is just to discuss current events in the financial markets. Any comments or questions, drop them in the chat. This is a free resource for the streets, free resource for the community. Take advantage of the free resource. Free fits into everyone's budget. Free fits into everyone's budget. All you have to pay is attention. Okay, so ASTS. All right, ASTS. Let's look up that one right quick before we wrap. Let's take a look at ASTS. ASTS is Space Mobile. AST Space Mobile. Let's see what's going on with the sticker. AST Space Mobile. I can't read. All right, currently 21, almost 24, down 4% today. Let's see what else going on. Okay, so that's the day. 5 day down a lot. Wow, 10%. 1 month down double that, 21%, 22%. 6 month. Okay, so 6 month. 6 month is flat with the. Oh, my bad. So it looked like 6 month and the year to date are pretty much the same. 6 month down 22%, year to date down 20. Oh no, my bad. Year to date up just slightly, 3 or 4%. 1 year. Oh, 1 year up crazy. 1 year up crazy. Hopefully you had this ticker a year ago. Okay, so let's see what else. 5 year 121, 122. And then all-time 123, 124. So that's what's going on in Space Mobile, ASTS. Down recently. Long term, it's been up a lot. Over a year or over 5 years, up a lot. ASTS. I believe ASTS pays good premium, and that's because of its volatility. So just like any business venture, real estate, entrepreneurship, you're going to understand what you're getting into beforehand, not after the fact. Yep. All right, so that's what's going on with ASTS. Any other tickers, drop them in the chat. We got a few minutes left. Any other tick you guys like? What do you guys think of NVIDIA? What do you guys think of Meta? What do you guys think of Google? Either facing antitrust lawsuits or facing being directly impacted by tariffs. If I'm China and I'm trying to overtake my top competitor, and I believe NVIDIA's chips will put me over the top, will take me past the United States, I'm gonna get those chips one way or another. I'm gonna get those chips if I truly believe that's that's what will propel me past my top competitor, top competition. And then here's another: if I'm China, if I'm China's executives, and my objective is to put the United States in second or third place behind me, I'm not only thinking about AI. I'm thinking about quantum computing. I'm thinking about what's after. I'm thinking long term. So whatever companies can help me get there, I will find a way to get their products and services. Just think about it. Just like some of these countries are putting reciprocal tariffs on the United States, don't you think those countries are finding ways to get U.S. products and services somehow anyways? There's some workaround. There's some third party. There's some fourth party. There's some fifth party. Something's going to happen. If I'm China, I'm going to get these chips. If I'm Iran, if I'm North Korea, if I'm India, if I'm whoever, whatever country I am, and I believe United States is my top competitor, I'm doing whatever's necessary to get the products and services I need. I believe that same thing happens with other commodities around the world. United States slaps a tariff on country XYZ. Country XYZ just goes to some third party or fourth party or some workaround and gets those products and services anyways. Let's see what the question, Kevin. Any idea of AI enabling tech companies to invest in robotics, rare earth metals for chips? Any idea of AI enabling tech companies to invest in? AI enabling tech companies to invest in. Any idea of AI enabling tech companies to invest in? I'm not clear on the question. Any idea of AI enabling tech companies to invest in? Tech companies to invest in robotics, rare. I'm trying to understand the question. AI enabling tech companies to invest in. AI enabling tech companies to invest in robotics. I'm not following the question 100%. I don't want to misinterpret. If you can rewrite that question, I might be able to understand it a little bit better. Any idea of AI enabling tech companies to invest in robotics, rare earth metals, chips, for chips? Can you just rewrite that question a little more concisely? Any other final comments or questions? Drop them in the chat. My plan is to go live again next Wednesday, noon Eastern. Every Wednesday, I'm going to alternate between this channel on YouTube and Financial Juneteenth channel on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to both, subscribe to both. A lot of great information on both pages. And they're both free. They're both free. You can't complain about the price. They're both free. Let's see here. NVIDIA. So is this related to Kevin's question? Any idea of AI enabling tech companies to invest in? Like NVIDIA. I'm still unsure of I'm still not clear on the question. Let's see what Kevin says. With Trump's American manufacturing initiatives, hundreds of billions are allegedly pouring into America. I think I read an article on that right before we went live. I forget the exact amount though. Companies that will fuel growth stand to profit. Yeah, companies that fuel growth will stand to profit. Yeah, I agree with that. With Trump's American manufacturing initiatives, hundreds of billions are allegedly pouring into America. Yeah, I believe that's the objective of the tariffs, right? Again, I'm not an expert on the economy, but my understanding is that's the overall objective of the tariffs. Um, Elaine says, hardware for AI. I believe NVIDIA is the market leader by far when it comes to hardware in the AI space for GPUs. Yep, exactly. GPUs. Yep. Um, this is my opinion here. Of course, you're going to perform your own analysis, come to your own conclusions. This is just my 2 cents on NVIDIA. NVIDIA is so far advanced. They're so far ahead of their top competitors. Even if their competitors are developing chips of their own or infrastructure for their own chips, that's going to take several years. So this is just my 2 cents. The next 5 years, 7 years, NVIDIA is going to be a leader in this space, assuming AMD, assuming Broadcom, assuming Intel, assuming some of these other chip makers are developing their own chips to be less dependent on the market, to be less dependent on NVIDIA. I believe their top competitors are. If I'm if I'm NVIDIA's competition, I'm definitely developing my own chips. I can't be so dependent. I can't be so vulnerable to the market, right? If NVIDIA says I don't like you no more, I'm not selling to you, then what? Then our company goes out of business. So it's in these competitors' best interest to develop their own chips. It's in Apple's best interest. Amazon, Google. You've seen actually Google and Microsoft come out with their own chips in recent months. So it's in these mega cap companies' best interest to do their to be less dependent on one supplier. Any final comments or questions? Again, we went live 2 hours late today because I wanted to attend a different class. But my plan is to go live 12 noon Eastern every Wednesday, discuss current events affecting financial markets, discuss news, discuss earnings, discuss anything upcoming, discuss what's going on with Trump, tariffs, anything affecting financial markets, talk about crypto a little bit. I know you guys like the options. You guys love the options. Of course, great way to cash flow, a great way to hedge, a great way to build wealth is the options, and just in the stock market in general. Stock market, generally speaking, is great for cash flow. I don't see any final comments or questions. I'm going to check you guys out again next week, Wednesday. I hope these meetings are a value add to your life. I hope you get something out of them. That's the whole point. All right, so we'll check you out next week, Wednesday. Peace, everyone.